Alright, so I just did a little video. I showed you guys this tank when I took all the plants out. This was just like a few minutes ago actually that I did that. You can still see some of the sand is all stirred up. I just threw some of these, where'd it go? Right here. Some of these. There you go. Church of Elvis, woo! That's pretty old. That thing's like 20-something years old. Anyways, yeah, so I threw some of these in there for these guys to pick at. Okay, so you guys see this. This is pretty much set. I'm gonna let this go and I'll take the babies out and I'll move the babies into another tank. There is some oddballs, like that little dude's in there still. It's a female actually. There's no other males except for the one. There is one mystery fish in here that I didn't get a good look at. I tried to catch it and it just vanished. Of course the babies, I don't know what the babies are because they're so tiny I'm not even really looking at them. But let's talk about this tank. This is the next one I'm gonna work on. So this is my next tank that I'm gonna do. Okay, so all these redwag platies, There's gotta be some swordtails in these. I'm just gonna take all the redwag platies out of here, except for the sailfin one, which that guy is somewhere in there. He's right there in the back. He might come up, yeah, anyways. So I'm gonna keep him in here, and then I'm gonna keep a couple of female swordtails. And I'm gonna let that just go wild and see what I get. I'm just gonna work on that. Now, Gillet Aquatics, that's the master. That guy, I actually read a blog of his, and that's where I'm kind of learning to do this, is from his blog. Trial and error, you know. My breeding tanks don't look like anyone else's breeding tanks. I'm a little crazy, I'm a little ridiculous. Most people don't have planet breeding tanks, but that's me. I don't know. They seem to like it. It also gives a lot of places for the baby fish to hide. I mean, look at this. Look at all those giant pieces of... Oh, there's that mystery fish that swam back there. It's a beautiful little fish. It's got all kinds of translucent shimmers of different color and stuff. I'm not sure what it is. What it bred with, like I think it bred with one of my coral blue platies, because I had a coral blue male platy in there. So breeding that with the female swordtail, I could see that coming up with that. But anyways, my whole thing was like all of these places, you know, like live bearers, it's good to have places for the babies to hide. That's the whole thing. So all these rocks, and you can see babies in there. It's like little bitty babies. I'm pretty sure these have swordtail in them because the colors are not very bright, not very bold. And you see the wild type swordtails, they don't have any color. So I'm guessing those guys have got to have swordtail genes in them. So we'll see what they look like as they get bigger. But my whole point is, like, this is my next tank, and it's going to just be, the sailfin, that dude right there. He just swam to the back. So I only have one, so we'll have to see. But yeah, stay tuned for that one. I'll work on that sometime this week when I get a chance. It's so funny watching that little pleco chase off the fish so he can get to his little algae wafer I threw in there. And this is my tank. This is one of my, I guess I'm going to call this one here my junk tank. Even though I gotta get these guys sorted. This is a dangerous tank because all these purebred swordtails, but they're still pretty young, so we'll talk more about this some other time. But this is one of my tanks that I've been really waiting on for a while, because I got these gold dust Dalmatian, half black, half gold, half yellow, whatever they're called, and some Dalmatian, also these yellows. I got these from the Wet Spot, awesome store. I live in Portland, Oregon, so I didn't have to do any shipping. Yay for me. I have a beautiful, super awesome green swordtail in here. Oh, he's right there, way back. So we'll talk about this more. These are all females, and then that one dude. So that's gonna be something. So anyways, but yeah. So I'm gonna start working on these tanks and get these tanks specific just for certain ones, and then let them grow out. Let me see if I can get a shot of this little mystery fish, because he's right over here. It's right there by that rock. You see him there? Everything is kind of yellow in here right now because everything got stirred up, but I don't know if you guys can see any of the different reflections of the colors, because that fish has got some cool colors in it. Yeah, we'll have to work on that later, but there you go. That's just some of the projects I'm working on in here. This tank is gonna be not broken down. I shouldn't say broken down, because when I say breaking down, like I gotta take everything out of the tank to catch something. But usually I can just take the filters out. I've got my DIY internal canister filters, which, by the way, these things actually work really good. They're just these giant orange juice containers, and I use a very small drill bit and just drill holes in the bottom, or a needle. You could use a needle, but I just use a drill bit, and it's a lot faster that way. Throw some gravel on the bottom for the weight, and then fill it up with filter floss, and it works fine. This is a breeding tank, so they don't have to be pretty, they just have to be functional. So, alright, I'm gonna get back to work so I can go to bed, because I gotta get up early. And I still got a lot to do. That's cool looking at all these females over here. This is gonna be cool. This will be really cool once I get some babies. I have babies. There's a lot. There's a little guy there, but I mean, I have babies. It's just once I get babies from that orange, black, weird looking dude. Alright. Take care. Thanks for watching and all that stuff. Catch you guys later.